What is going on? What is going on? Welcome to Dirty 30 Live on a Monday. Okay, let me get my bearings. First of all, I'm not even in the right spot. Today, we are going to be talking about how to figure out your brand personality. Because here's the thing, guys. I know you would not date anyone without a personality. So therefore, I don't want you building a business without one either. Okay? So that is what we're going to get into today. And welcome, Leah. Yes, and I'm going to I want you guys to really, hey, Miss Bonita, get your pens, get your paper, because there are going to be questions that I'm going to have you answer. Hey, Teresa, for yourself so you can establish that personality. Hey, Patricia. So I so needed a dance party today. I so needed a dance party today. I don't know about you guys. Do you ever have this experience where you wake up, you know that whole expression, you wake up on the wrong side of the bed? I feel like, oh, thank you. I needed to put on a little extra today because I feel like I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. It's so funny because I woke up and I was like angry for no reason, okay? And I was just like, oh, I don't want to get up. Oh, hey, Marsha. I'm like, I want to sleep. Then I hear my husband's watching something on TV and he's like laughing it up. And that made me angry. I was like, why is he enjoying himself? Doesn't he know it's Monday and there's work to be done? And I was like, what is wrong with me? And then, I went to go see him and his smiling face. And then I was like, oh, Monique, you're so crazy. But it's weird because I was like, nothing happened. Maybe I had a bad dream or something. And all I know is that is that such a Jamaican expression? I was just like, oh, hey, Nadia. I was just like, why am I angry? And what is my problem? I have my health. Everything's going fine. I have a book scheduled today. I was just like, I don't know, maybe I wanted to stay in bed longer. Who the heck knows? So if that ever happens to you, just give me like an emoji with a thumbs up, okay? Because I don't know what my problem was. But I worked out, I got my endorphins going, I had my bulletproof coffee, and this is why morning routines are so critical. And I was back in the groove. Like by the time, like within an hour of waking up, I was like dancing in the bathroom. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Quinn. So all that to say, if you guys had watched any of the previous, I've talked about this in other Dirty 30 Lives, and this is something like Tony Robbins talks a lot about, changing your state in order to show up the way you want to show up. And that was basically what happened. I was like, I don't want to work out. I hate it. I was like, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to go live. I don't want to do any work. I don't want to do, I was like, what is going on? And I said, okay, Monique, go do the things you know to do. One was the working out. And it was only 20 minutes. It's not like I was here like for 50 minutes doing the thing. But as soon as I was finished, I was like, oh, I'm ready to go now. So if anybody is in like a rut, feeling down, waking up and being like, I don't want to do this, I just wanted you to know, I go through that too, where I don't want to do things. I don't want to show up. A big part of what I teach my clients is going live is one of the fastest ways to build credibility and trust, because people get to know you like off the bat, right? Like coming live. And I know I don't even need to know. They tell me, hey, Wendy, they tell me they don't want to do it. They're like, I don't want to do it. And I'm like, no, but you have to. So I have to practice what I preach. But I also want you guys to know there's times I don't want to be doing things neither. I don't want to be doing it. But I show up because I am more dedicated to my purpose and my vision than I am my feelings at the time. Write that one down, okay? I am more committed to my purpose than my feelings at the time. That will get you through your next hurdle, guaranteed. Guaranteed. Okay, so I'm super pumped. I'm ready. Like I feel it in my body. Right? So today we're talking about my favorite thing is personality. Hey, Nicole, we are talking about do not create a business without a personality, just like you would not date somebody who didn't have a personality. You got to think about it this way, because as a small business owner, What's going to have someone choose you over somebody else who's been here longer, has more following, has more money, has more clout? Your personality, which is your brand. I want you to treat your brand like this living, breathing thing, right? And you guys know I focus on personal branding. And if you are the face of your business, those are the people I work with when you're the face of your business. Because it can be challenging, because there's this conversation around like, okay, well, am I separate from my brand? And here's what I'm going to say. If you are a small business owner and it's really just you, right now, you are not separate from your brand. Not yet. And if you want to be separate from your brand, you can be. I work with people who are the face of their brand. So you can be, you just wouldn't work with me. I guess that's what I'm trying to say, right? So personality and having one and being consistent with that message has gotten me very far in my business. That is literally my business. I walk and talk what I teach. So I'll tell you a little story. So I had this client who came to me. She had an amazing career. You know, she was on television, but she wanted to expand her brand into a lifestyle brand and do other things. And when I start working with a client, first thing I tell them to do is send me all of your collateral. So send me videos, send me email marketing, send me all the things you use to interact with your client. Send it to me so I can do an audit. And I did that. And what I found was her brand was lacking personality. And I was just like, why would anyone buy anything additional from you if you don't have a personality, if you're just like everybody else? And you know, you can't say that all the time to people. Hey, Tiffany, right? Because you know, you don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, right? But what I did say, I said to her, I went through your stuff, and what I discovered is it was lacking a little bit of personality. And she was like, oh, Monique, I know. And when we know when our brand falls flat, right? She was like, I know, Monique, I do not know what's going on. When I'm with my friends, when I am live, like in person, when I meet people, I have personality. But when I go online and I'm trying to write copy and show up on video and stuff, she's like, for some reason, it falls really stiff and vanilla. And I was like, great, because you came to the right place, because I don't do stiff and vanilla, right? So I took her through a series of different exercises. And this is what I'm going to do the same thing with you guys. One of the exercises, some of the questions you want to be asking yourself in order to establish who you are as a brand. A lot of people don't know who they are as a brand. And what's interesting is actually Nicole and I were just having a DM voice conversation. And one of the things I shared with her was, because she's interested in maybe a photo shoot for you know, a client, and fingers crossed we can do a photo shoot in August where we can gather guys. So if you're interested in a VIP photo shoot day, send me a DM. I'll send you a link to that so you know what it includes. But basically, this is a done for you experience. This is not a bring a photographer and we take a couple of pictures in the street. Nothing wrong with that. That's just not what I do. We do an entire day, an experience where it's you come into a luxury location with one of the Toronto's top photographers. I bring my glam squad, stylists, accessories, clothes, catered. Like we go in. And it is such a great day. You get to connect with other women who are also building their brand. We take 4 women max. And you get your own private time with me and you get your private time with the photographer. So it is just an amazing experience. And if you need any testimonials around that, I will send them to you. Okay. So anywho, what I was saying, hey, Teresa, was before you do a photo shoot, and some of you guys are probably thinking about a photo shoot for your brand, you've got to know who you are as a brand or the photos fall flat. Hey, Shelly. You know what I mean? So there's times some of you may have had this experience where you have hired somebody or a team, and even it could be your photos, it could be your website, it could be whatever. And you're like, I don't understand why this is falling so flat. I told the person what I wanted, but this stuff does not look like me. It doesn't represent me. I'm not feeling the vibe and I don't know what it is. And I will tell you 9 times out of 10, it's because you have not articulated who you are as a brand, what personality you want to come through every touch point. And that's why things fall flat. a lot of the times. So you've got to like know who you are. You've got to do that initial work. So here's the thing. If you are interested, send me a DM. I will send you the details. One thing you need to know about the photo shoots are they are in Toronto, Canada. So if you're not in Canada right now and you're not able to travel, you will not be able to participate. If you can travel by that time, then definitely the day is taken care of. Everything is taken care of, but you've got to get yourself here. That's the thing. Because my team is here and trust me, we know what we're doing. So you got to get yourself here. Okay? Okay, good. So here is what I want you guys to do. I want you to get your pens out, get some paper, because these are the questions I want to prompt you with to ask yourself while you are out there trying to establish who you are. Okay? Ready? Let's get into it. And some of them you may be like, oh, I know this. And that's fine. You know it? Good. Write it down. And if you know it, are you walking the talk? Right? Walking the talk. Thank you. Like my glasses? I appreciate it. Okay, so first of all, first question you should know is what problem are you solving for your clients? You need to know the problem you solve. If you don't know that, you're actually not in business. Don't write copy, don't go live, don't do anything on social because you don't actually know the problem you're solving. We are all out, if you're in business, you're out to solve a problem. So that's the first thing. Second question. These are not in any specific order, but you do need to know these things. Who do you want to help? You got to know who you're solving this for, right? We cannot help everybody. We are not speaking to everyone and not everyone is our customer. Yes, this is definitely will be saved and posted to the live within the next 7 days. Posted to IGTV. Who are you trying to help? Our customer is everything. Our customer gives us all the answers we need inside of our business, but you've got to know who it is. So I want you to get real specific too. This is not I help women. Boo! Nobody cares. Everybody, every time I was a little aggressive. Nobody cares. You need to get really granular with what types of women do you help? Do you help women ages 20 to 40? Do you help women in leadership? Do you help women executives? Do you help women entrepreneurs? Do you help women in small business who make $50,000 already? Like, get specific. And I'm going to tell you why you want to do this in case you didn't know, which is when you know exactly who you're talking to, the copy you write, the things that you say, how you relate are going to be easy. It's going to be easy for you, but more importantly, it's going to be easy for the person you're trying to attract to be attracted because they're going to be like, oh, she gets me. Oh, she's speaking my language. What better compliment could you have than she gets me and she's speaking my language, right? That's all people want, to be seen, to be understood. So you've got to get real granular with who you help. Next one, write this down. Why would someone choose you over somebody else? This comes down to your secret sauce. You've got to know why you are the chosen one. Why are they picking you over the millions of people who've been here before you, who've got more clout, got more money, got more followers? Why are you the one? And this is a really tough one for people, right? They were like, Monique, I don't know what my secret sauce is. If you don't know what is unique to you, and listen, I'm going to tell you, everyone has it. Everyone, it doesn't need to be like you invented an app that's never been made before. It doesn't need to be that deep, right? Like, what are you bringing that someone else isn't bringing? It doesn't need, so this is something we cover in the Juicy Brand On Demand program, which, guys, I will be opening again in July, so stay tuned for that. Listen, first of all, let me sidetrack. Listen, if you are not in my free Facebook community, Juicy Brand Squad, DM me and I will send you a link to join, because I'm going to be doing a lot of announcements and some free training that's coming up in July. I'm doing a massive blitz of free training in July. So if you're not in the group, you will not know about it. Or if you're not on my email list. So listen, you do not want to miss how legit is. Okay, so that's that. What was I saying? Oh yes, we talk about inside of the program how to build out your secret sauce. But right now, what you can do is just brainstorm on it. Brainstorm on it. What is your thing? So I'm going to give you a few examples, like for my own brand, right? Because everybody does branding, okay? very specifically, I want you to know about myself, what I like, what's different. So here's the thing. Even though if I work with you privately one-on-one and you need to build everything from your colors to your logo to your website and all of that, I take very select clients who are doing that, but I do offer that as a service. However, what I really do is I am your thought partner. Like, that's what people really hire me for. They hire me to be like, listen, I've been in my head about this. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have so many ideas. I just need someone to come in and tell me, am I on the right track? How do I streamline this? What are my next steps? What's my game plan to make it happen? And how am I now going to show up as who I say I am? So I help you build your personal brand with style, because it's all about style if you come into me, and then get clarity around your messaging. That's very specific to what I do. Whereas, some people are like, okay, well, I'm coming to Monique to just build a website or just do my colors. I don't actually do that. Mine is like a real holistic type of service where you can't build your colors in your website and all of your graphics if you don't know who you are as a brand. I help you decide who you are as a brand, curate that, and then build the pieces to put out in the world. So what is your secret sauce? Next question. Is there a unique story behind what you do? And what I want you to get is what makes us all truly unique is our story, is our own unique experiences. So is there a unique story behind what it is you do in your business, or how your business came to be, or how you got to where you are right now? Those stories are the pieces that will have somebody pick you over somebody else, okay? So don't shy away from your mess, because your mess is your message. Mess is your message, hashtag, okay? So I want you to brainstorm some of these stories that relate to, why are you building this thing? Why did you launch this business? What had you? And we all have that story. It doesn't need to be, I was speaking to somebody the other day and they were like, okay, but I don't have like a rags to riches story or a very traumatic, life altering story that has me now build this business. You don't have to, right? But there's something in there that makes you uniquely qualified to help people. So for any of you guys who don't know my story, I built this business from my sickbed while I was recovering from breast cancer. Now, this is my third entrepreneurial journey. However, it was this last thing that happened to me in 2017 that had me push forward at a freight train rate, which is what I do now. But really what it did was it crystallized for me, I don't have all the time in the world. So whatever it is I want to be doing, now is the time. Now's the time. So the women I work with, that is the underlying DNA to every single thing that I do and how I push them. It's, you want this dream? You want it? I'm going to help you get it, but I want you to get action is all that matters. Sitting around thinking about it, letting your self-doubt get in, all of those things are not going to be the thing that stop you on my watch. So what's your story? Because this helps you build out your brand DNA. Next, if your brand was a celebrity, who would it be? Who would it be? And this is a fun thing to do because sometimes we can't figure out the words that we want to use to articulate who we are as a brand. But when we think of our brand as a personality, because a lot of the times we're building something and we're like, I'm here now, but what I really want is this. We've got to know what this is. And a lot of the times we don't have the words. We're not all branding geniuses like myself, right? We don't have the words, and that's fine. So this is an easy way to figure out if your brand was a celebrity, who would it be? So if you guys know who that would be, I'd love to put it in the comments because I'd love to know who yours is. So if I think of my brand as a celebrity, they're like, and they can be a mix. They can be a mix, right? And it doesn't have to be a celebrity. It could be somebody who's very well known. It just has to be someone who has a distinct personality that you can easily identify with, right? So definitely there's something like Beyonce, there's her work ethic and how she's always pushing boundaries, and she doesn't let anything or anyone stop her, and she like is well versed in her craft, like that piece I love about what Beyonce does, right? So that's like an underlying piece of my brand. Another celebrity that I would put in this bucket would be a little bit Ellen DeGeneres, because she is fun, she gives back, she's funny as hell, and she has a little bit of a dry sense of humor. So she's a little bit of a cheeky little thing, right? And everybody knows if you on Monique's page, you gonna get some cheeky sometimes. So that's just a little bit of a background of like, I mean, I could do this all day. I was like, and then it could be a crossbreed between, I don't know. You get the point. So I want you guys to do this for yourself. Hind is saying, I love this. Wonderful. Hey, babe, welcome. Okay, next question. Describe the energy, vibe, and style of the celebrity or the person you admire. So you've got who you want to be as a celebrity or what this personality is, but I want you to describe their style and their vibe. What is the vibe? Wendy is saying, I feel like my brand is Cameron Diaz and I want to get to a Charlize Theron level. Nice. Charlize Theron is coiffed. When I think of her, she's like good at what she does and very like, I don't know, when I see her, I'm just like, her face she always just looks flawless and like this, like, I don't know. That's the best way I know to describe it. Angelina Jolie. Yes, wonderful. I would love more, guys. Miss Mancini, welcome. So describe their vibe and their style, okay, of people, of the celebrity or the person you admire. Next thing I want you to do, I want you to make a list of your favorite quotes that best encapsulate who you are, best represents who you are. Now, you don't need a million. You only need 1 or 2 or 3. And really, you only need 1. But I know you guys are going to have a hard time choosing. So let's just say 3 quotes that represent who you are. This becomes your part of your brand DNA. It's the thing that guides you. This is what I want you guys to get about your brand personality and why you do it. It is your compass. This is your compass. It tells you what copy to write, what partnerships to have, how to build your website, what your photo shoot looks like, what are you wearing. Your brand personality is your compass. And I want you to get that it can be a bit different from your true personality. Now, stay with me. Oh, Kerry Washington. That is a good one. Yes, Kerry Washington all day over here on Monique. I love me some Kerry Washington, but mine is like Olivia Pope. That's Olivia Pope, Kerry Washington, okay? We got Sydney Poitier, Angela Bassett. Yes, Angela. Regal, and she is not messing around. I love me some, and she's timeless, classic. Love that. So what was I saying? Compass. No, that's not what is it. Oh, I know what I was saying. I was saying that your brand personality can be a little bit of can be different from your true personality a little bit. I'm not talking about creating something that's inauthentic. When you have your brand personality, sometimes it's your elevated version of yourself, but it may not be the version that your family sees every day. Like I don't run around my house like this all the time, okay, I do some dance parties in the house and move really quickly. There are things that are very much Monique in the house. However, if you are somebody who is like super laid back with your family, but when you show up for your clients, you're bringing the energy and you're bringing the fire, that's okay, right? As long as you know that it is a part of you. It's just, this is when you tap into this part of you, and this is when you tap into that part of you. Because I know a lot of my clients have this like, Monique, like I don't how do I show up authentically me? Like how do I show up for my brand? Is it different from who I am? If you're the face of your business, it is not different from who you are. It is just a version of who you are. We have a million different versions, right? If some of you are parents, you may have your mom hat, you may have your wife hat, you've got your coach's hat on, your speaker hat. Like when you step on stage, if you're a speaker, listen, you are still yourself, but you are an elevated version of yourself because you need to draw in the interest of everybody who is watching you, right? You need to grab attention. So these are just very distinct things I want you to think about and to understand. Next one. So you've picked your quote that represents you. What do we got? Taraji P. Henson, Angela Bassett, and Queen Latifah. Nice, nice, nice. Nadia, I freaking love that. Okay. Now, if you had to describe your brand, your ideal brand for yourself, what words would you use? And if you don't know what words you would use, look at the people you've picked as the celebrity. What words would you use to describe them? And then look at your brand and be like, is that how I want to be seen? Is it sleek, classic, fiery, fun, exciting? Pick it, write it down, and use it as your compass, because once you know who you are as a brand, you can go look at all of the things you put out online, look at your entire digital footprint, and decide, am I being consistent? Is this cohesive? Am I confusing my customer, right? Is this authentic to me? You can't answer those questions if you haven't done the work to figure out who you want to be showing up as. Okay, now I'm going to do a recap so you have them. And listen, the list could go on. And, you know, when I work with clients, we go through a series of exercises to get them where they need to be. But this is a jumping off point for you guys. So here are the questions I want you to be able to answer for yourself, for everyone who's just coming on. And you can go back and watch this, and then I will save the video and post it at a later date. Listen, so 1, you need to know what problem you're solving. 2, who are you trying to help? Who are you solving this problem for? 3, why would someone choose you over somebody else? Why are you special? Okay, what's your secret sauce? 4, is there a unique story behind your business? Know what it is, lean into it. 5, if your brand was a celebrity or person you admire, who would they be? And as you can see from some of the comments, this can be a crossbreed between different celebrities you mash up together. 6, list a quote or list a bunch of your favorite quotes that represent your brand, how you feel and how you want other people to feel about your brand. And number 7, if you needed to describe the look and feel of your brand, what would you say? Fun, sleek, quirky, vibrant, serious, happy, silly. Like, get the thesaurus out, people. Okay? And I think there was one other one. Oh, it was for your celebrity or the person you admire, describe their style and their vibe, and then go back and see if that fits with you. Now, once you've done this exercise and you've got your questions answered, and this is a great way to see where the holes are in your business, right? Because especially if you don't know your secret sauce, you don't know the interesting story that has the genesis story of your business. If you don't know how to describe who you are, this is a perfect exercise to get started, right? Because you're going to take all of that and use it as the compass when you're looking at all of your stuff. Look at your website, your photos, your captions, what you're posting on social, your outfits. Go into your closet and be like, this does not fit with the Kerry Washington, Taraji P. Henson, Angela Bassett version of me, right? Because we all have the different versions of us, right? So go back, use it as your compass, and start building your brand today. Start showing up as that brand today, your future self. And if any of you guys follow me for a while, you know I talk about future self. What would future Monique do? What would future Monique say? What would $1 Million Monique do? What would $1 Million Monique say? Right? Like, that needs to be the guiding force, because we can get really wrapped up in our circumstance, in what's happening right now in our business, in our life, with our bank account. Like, the circumstance is not who you are. It's just where you are right now. Do not let that be the compass. Do not let that be the thing that guides you to your next step, because I'm telling you, that is a dangerous road. It's depressing. It's sad if it's not what you want it to be. If your circumstance is not where you want it to be, it's easy to get to drown inside of that. And that is not the name of the game. I want you to focus on future self. What would future self do? What would future self say? What types of clients would future self take on? Don't take on anyone just for the moolah. I guarantee it'll drain your very essence and your soul, right? Because what's not meant for you, and I heard this yesterday. yes, it's still up. If you go on The Real Makini Smith, Makini Smith, right now, you will see until I think about 4 o'clock, she did a live with Rooks from Toronto, and they did an amazing discussion. And one of the things Rooks said, I'm a huge fan of Rooks, and she's just so inspirational and real, and I just love her. And she just said, like, if you do anything just for the money, guaranteed you'll lose that money. Because if it wasn't meant for you, it wasn't meant for you. You can't make something meant for you that wasn't meant for you, right? So make sure the things that you know to say no to, right? So it can be a yes for somebody else. So that's just a little bit of a rant. Into saying, stretch your imagination beyond your 5 senses. 100%. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're here every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go back, watch the replay, do the work, guys. Be your brand, build the business of your dream, build your future, because no one else is going to build it for you. We got to be unapologetic about the things we want, or we're never going to have them. Okay? And listen, if you want to know more about how you can build your brand, how you can work with me, send me a DM. We will talk about it. I'm not for everyone, right? And that's fair. I don't want to be for everyone. And, but I am about helping you get your dream if you are really dedicated to having it, if you're willing to put in the work. Yes, Nadia, I will see you on your call later. And if you're not in the free Facebook group, Juicy Brand Squad, send me a DM. I'll send you a link to get in there. July is going to be so freaking fire. Not to say you can't swear on here, but like, I think my mom's on here, so I don't like to swear in front of my mommy. But July is going to be fire with trainings and all kinds of juice. So definitely I want you to get in there over the next week so you don't miss anything. All right, guys, that's it. That's all. Go be amazing. If you're feeling like crappy or down, or you woke up on the wrong side of the bed like I did, then go and change your state. Do something to get your endorphins up. Endorphins up. Yes, Charmaine. Go back and watch the replay. All right, guys, that's it. That's all. Go be amazing.